morning, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of The Next Level Live. As always, we will get this week started with our numbers for February week 2. This week we hit 5,140,000, bringing our February monthly in volume at 15,169,000, and our 2024 year-to-date in volume at 47,390,000. And as always, we do have some agents to recognize today. This week for our Agent Spotlight, we featured Agent Chet LeVay with FFL Trident Life. Chet is being recognized for helping 193 families year to date. Great work, Chet. We love to hear it. Our Rising Star this week featured Madison Pimental with FFL Northeast. Madison is being recognized for helping 140 families year to date. Great work, Madison. Can't wait to see what you do next. Coming up next, we've got Inside the Sale with Jeffrey Komara. Enjoy.
All right, welcome to the Next Level Live. Got my man Jeff Komara with me today. I screwed it up. Komara.
Hey,
I put the New England twang on it, I guess.
Hey, man, that's all right. I mean, don't go Southern on my account.
No, I have to, man. I want to say it the right way. So, Jeff Komara, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, Mike.
We're going to talk about something that's essential to the sales process. You said to me before we got going that it isn't sales. No. It's really about connecting with people is how you look at it, right?
Yes.
And Jeff is someone who's Hall of Fame, helped over 532,
I think.
532 families last year, so Hall of Fame and then some. Was that your first time hitting Hall of Fame?
It was, yeah.
How many did you help your first year?
Not many.
Not many?
Not enough to keep count of.
Less than 100?
Probably.
Wow. So from less than 100 to
I'd
over 500.
I'd set my goal after convention last year to help hit Hall of Fame by my birthday, which is October 1st.
Okay.
I did it by September 1st.
Nice.
And then I wanted to hit 500 families before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I surpassed it. So
you did it.
Yeah, I did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about how you did that, which is through connecting with families, right? So, and you don't have a sales background. You said you did some sales back when you had the neon sign, but no door-to-door sales, no in-person sales, so that was something new for you. In the beginning, and you guys can check out the True Talk if you didn't get Jeff's whole story. In the beginning, you struggled a little bit, left us, came back, right? Had a whole different mindset when you came back. But talk to me about what you said is one of the most important parts of the appointment is that connecting with the clients. And now you're doing that virtual. So you did this in-home. Now you switched to virtual. So kind of break down, first of all, why is that the most important part? And then how do you connect effectively?
So connecting with the family, when you're in a home, it's a little easier to do. They could see you're relaxed or, honest. You get a sense.
Right.
And doing that virtually is a little more difficult, but I try to put everybody at ease. I let them know that I show them my license first off, just so they know I've been vetted.
Yeah.
And that's off their head. And I tell them I'm not here to sell anything. I'm here to provide a solution to a need.
Yeah.
If there's a need. If not, I'll be the first one to tell you. I said, but we're just going to have a conversation. I want it to be easy for you. It might take us 10 minutes. If you have questions, it would take 20. And if you want to do it, take more.
Yeah.
But I'm just here for you. So
that's how you pretty much open.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Love it.
And so, like I told you, I think I'll look for something in that background, whether it's a picture, something in their home to make a comment.
Yeah.
And just edify them in some way.
Yeah.
Not fake.
Right.
But, want them to know that I've noticed and such. Now, a lot of times, you got a husband and wife and the camera's right there. They're there. And I'm like, hey, I can't see you guys.
Yeah.
Somebody get in the picture,
Right.
So, yeah.
Got it. So you're commenting on something, making some type of connection. You've already laid out kind of what you're going to do, right?
Yes.
We're going to make sure there's a need, and if there isn't one, I'll be the first to tell you. And then you even project how long this would possibly take, right? So where do you go from there? You identify something, you comment on it. Is there a lot more rapport building? Do you get into your appointment?
Yeah, there's more rapport building if they're going to put something into place. And in between questions, you can find that time while they're waiting for a signature to
Yeah.
process or something. But I kind of go from there and say, hey, let me confirm the information I have, gather a little bit more. We're going to talk about what you may qualify for,
Yeah.
and let them know, hey, I'm good at what I do. I work with a great team of underwriters, but we're not the final say-so.
Mm-hmm.
So we would have to submit this to the carrier and let them determine whether they're going to insure you or not.
Got it.
Then I'm going to talk to you about suitability. What's that? Suitability, what's affordable for you now? So we're going to run down your financials. I'm going to run a little inventory there, and then find out not what's just affordable for you now, but down the road. Your tires go out, and you're looking for money to get new tires, and this is the first thing to go. We don't want that. That's
Right.
not a need for you.
Yeah.
We want this to be in place for your protection, not just now, but in the future.
Yeah. And is your tone just like this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty laid
Just
back,
even
man.
keeled,
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
Yeah. Because it doesn't sound like a salesman, and you don't want it to.
I've been salesy, man, and
Yeah.
and it's a failure.
Yeah. You learned the hard way.
Yeah, it just is. And even now, I'll slip into it.
Yeah.
When I see it going south, I'm going to pull out any sales that I can.
Yeah.
But it doesn't usually work out well.
Got it. And at what, are you looking for a signal, a confirmation, trial close? Like, how do you feel I've connected enough and now I can move through this, right? Because you don't want to jump too far ahead, right? Like, if there's no connection at all and you're trying to sell them this thing's $200 a month and they don't even trust you yet, that could screw your deal up,
Yeah.
right? Or if you spend too much time connecting, now you got a best friend.
You got a
who's
friend.
like, yeah, Jeff, no, I'll get back to you, dude.
Yeah.
Of course, I wouldn't leave
I
you
got your
hanging,
number.
Jeff.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Is your number here? Is your number here on the
Yeah,
card? I'll
yeah.
get back. So for you, Jeff, how do you know when it's enough to proceed or not enough? Like, what are you looking for?
So if they're looking for a price,
Yeah.
I'm not giving it.
Mm.
I said, if that's what you're looking for, you can Google how much is
Exactly.
mortgage protection. I said, I'm not trying to be difficult, but that's just a fact. I structure these to fit your budget because something is going to be better than nothing. And right now, when I've gone through inventory with them, they have no life insurance
Yeah.
or at best just something through work. Right now you have nothing,
Mm.
and I go through something were to happen to you, whether you passed away or you became ill and couldn't work, the living benefits thing, that's huge. What does that look like for you? And I'll talk to the spouse.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't stay here, or whatever that answer is, then you feel a little more comfortable. Do you see that this would be a need for you or no? Do you, and
So you're working with them to find a need. You want them to say
yeah,
it.
they're going to tell me the need. I don't. If I tell them the need, then they're going to think I'm telling them what they need to do.
Right.
And that's there again. There's another failure.
Yeah.
And I've done it. It
Don't
just
work.
doesn't work.
No.
It just doesn't
No.
work.
I think one of the worst things that can happen to a new agent is when you get a few of those laydowns. Like, there are some people out there, that are just like, here's my check, I'm ready to buy, right?
Yeah.
Some people just, they need insurance, they want it. But that's like maybe 5% of the people you
That's
run
a
into.
blind squirrel finding a
yeah,
nut right
exactly.
there, man. Yeah.
I think sometimes, like, with a new agent, you run into that and you think, they're all going to be this easy. I don't need to go through I don't need to connect. But you're going to connect first, then find the need before you're moving into any type of sales.
Yeah, and I've found that getting that financial inventory is critical. Others have great success and don't. I don't know how, but it to me just registers. That's not going to stay. Yeah, that's just.
Did you always do the financial inventory?
No.
When did you start?
I think watching Austin Harless, and then hearing other agents do it. Going, well, that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not trying to fit a square peg in a round hole here. We know what we have to work with, and I will always say, so it looks like this is coming in, and based upon the monthly expenses, this much is going out, which leaves this much. Does that sound right? And the leads that we're getting are brand new. These people are hardly moved moved into their
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
So they don't know their utilities. They don't really know them all. So I will always I'll raise the cost of
Got it.
that. And if they agree that, yeah, that sounds about right, then most of the time, then we're going to fit something in that budget.
Yeah.
Doesn't always work.
No.
But, people just not, sometimes they just not going to do it.
Right. And I think a lot of people don't go through their own budget. Like, I bet with a lot of your clients, the first time they went through their budget was with you.
Maybe so.
It's
Maybe
just,
so.
Out of sight, out of mind. You get busy with the day-to-day stuff. And, kind of like you were saying on your True Talk, like, I don't really pay attention to what's in the bank. A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
It's just they just pay the bill as it comes. Let's go get some food. And you're sitting down for some of them for the first time going, all right, let's look at everything.
Right.
Look at where this fits in. And, in any sales, in any type of sales situation, I don't think it ever benefits you to have less, or it always benefits you to have more information about your client in anything you're selling.
Absolutely.
So we have the tool Financial Inventory, which allows you to get a lot of information about your client, stuff that may be hard to just ask off the cuff, right? Like, hey man, how much you make each month? But you pull out a form and ask, and now it's different, right?
Right.
Like it's now part of the process.
Yeah.
You just ask off the cuff, like, why you want to know that?
Yeah.
But it goes, hey, it's part of the application. So what's your income? You got anything else coming in outside of that? How much are you bill? And now it just becomes, this is one more step in how we get life insurance.
Right.
You know?
Yep. I had a gentleman the other day say, I asked him if something happened to both of you, who would your beneficiary be? He said, man, what's that got to do with anything with insurance? I said, look, it's what they have me do.
Yeah.
If this isn't something you want to answer, I understand. We could just say goodbye now.
Sure.
It's fine with me.
Yeah.
I'm just doing my job, man.
Right.
Act like they have me doing this.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
And that's key too, is, all these little things that we're doing, the how to do it, but your attitude is so huge, because if you come across desperate, there's no sale. You're not helping a family.
And I've been there.
Absolutely.
I come across angry.
Yeah.
I get angry. So I'll ask, one of the first questions I ask when I'm confirming the information I have, your age, what's your date of birth, do you use tobacco? Yes. I always find out, okay, how much you smoke. Like, it matters, but I do the calculations.
Yeah.
And when I find out they're smoking a pack of cigarettes, I figure $7.50 a pack. That's $200 a month. And they can't find it in their budget.
Right.
I tell them where they could find it.
Right there.
They either tell me to go to hell, or they say, you're right.
Yeah.
I need to quit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I will quit.
And I think all of these things that we're talking about comes with putting your client first, because if you're insecure, you're so worried about how they're going to look at me if I say that, like, and it sounds great, but a lot of people deal with that, right? Like, well, if I say that, my client's going to think this of me. Dude, your job's to help the client. If you don't help the client, none of that shit matters anyways. How they looked at you, how they felt when you say, if you didn't help the client, that doesn't matter. You got to get out of your own way.
You're absolutely right. And yet, man, we all have an innate something in us that wants to be liked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every one of us. And I still go there. I just, man, I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
I could be an asshole.
Right.
And most of the time I am. But I just want to treat people kind, and then in return be treated kindly.
Right.
And sometimes expecting that'll backfire.
How do you catch yourself, though? Because you're right, it doesn't just go away.
I
right?
don't, Mike.
No?
I do after the fact.
Okay.
After I've destroyed something.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of reset my mind.
Yeah.
Because if one episode of that, especially if it's early in your day, can ruin the rest of your
Absolutely.
day. And it's important to gather it back up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What are some keys for you? Because not every appointment goes your way.
No.
Right? Even at this level of helping over 500 families a year, that doesn't mean you sat with 500 and helped every single one of them. You probably sat with 1,000.
Yeah.
How do you go from one appointment when it doesn't go your way and not carry that on to your next one?
I'll give you an example. I think it was Friday. I had 14 appointments.
Okay.
I sat with 3.
Wow.
2 rescheduled. The rest didn't show.
Yeah.
I sold 3. Can I say sale?
Yeah.
I helped 3 families.
You helped 3 families.
And just knowing that you have another appointment set,
Yeah.
you just, sometimes I'll get up and walk around, go outside, wait for I'm on 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes I'll take care of things that need to be taken care of there at my desk.
Yeah.
And know that the next one's going to show up. And if they don't, it's those 4 in a row that don't show up that you're just sitting there. Now I'm talking to Caesar in a way that I shouldn't be talking to Caesar.
Poor Caesar.
But he's such an extension of me.
Yeah.
We've been together over a year.
Yeah.
He's worked with me. And my gosh, he's golden.
Yeah.
He laughs with me. He's great with clients. I listen to calls and so he's just an extension. He knows what I expect and how I talk to people, and he's that guy. So.
Yeah. So really stacking the deck in your favor.
It has to.
If you know you have, even if you went 0 for 4, you got 8 more appointments. It helps. Right?
Absolutely.
But you have to have a positive mindset, because you could look at that and go, well, shit, those ain't gonna be there either, right? Or like you just said, I'm gonna help my next family.
Yeah,
it's gonna be someone that needs life insurance.
Yeah, Friday was a good day in the respect of helping the families that I help.
Yeah,
it's 100%.
There you go.
It's 100%.
It's all about perspective.
Saturday, I had 8 appointments.
Yeah.
Did not help one family.
Really?
But I had a date with my wife.
There you go.
And we had a good time. We had a good dinner.
Yeah.
Had a good time. We talked about us. It was like our Valentine thing,
That's
because Valentine's I was working.
Yep.
So
yeah.
So it could have destroyed my whole mentality, but
Right.
it just, and I got to be with my wife.
Yeah.
She's cool, man. She's cool.
And what a lot of people don't see, Jeff, is it's not just you made a decision on Saturday to be positive. You're meditating just about every day. You're praying, you're reading, you're doing all these things on a daily basis, so that when those things happen, you don't have a breakdown. You can deal with it, right? Remember, you talk about David Goggins a lot. In one of his books, he talks about one of the reasons why he strives to be so mentally tough is he said, there's going to be a time when I get a call, and I'm paraphrasing, at 3 a.m. saying, my mom died. And he wants to be in a mental space to where he can deal with that. He can handle that and not have the complete meltdown or whatever. Not to say he's not going to grieve, but to be able to prepare yourself for these moments where things are not going to be easy. Yeah. But the prep happens way before that moment. And the same thing in sales. Same thing what we do.
It absolutely does. And to have people on our team that think that way,
right,
that encourage me. You met Alex Valencia.
Oh, yeah. I love Alex.
He's golden, man. That guy's golden. He is the man. I love that dude. He's one of the calls I got this morning.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, you're going to do fine.
Yeah.
And he's this morning, he's giving me this, he's filled with nuggets, man.
Yeah.
It's like, this guy just needs to be talking to people, you know? And, but he always speaks to me, and we're friends, man.
Yeah.
We're good friends.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
You can check out Alex Valencia was up here later part of last year.
Yeah.
Did a True Talk in the TNL, so definitely check that out.
Yeah.
But he was great. You are surrounded by a lot of good people.
Yeah, we have some good
You mentioned Austin.
Ricardo's
the man. He was up here recently.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, dude, anything else on the sales before we wrap on connecting, mindset, anything you want to share?
I don't think so.
No.
I think we encompassed it.
We did.
Yeah.
We did it, John.
I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you coming up and doing this, dude.
Yeah, it's an honor. It really is.
Absolutely.
I feel honored to be asked.
Well, it's an honor to have you, man.
Thank you.
With all you're doing, like the numbers speak for themselves, and you're a hell of a guy, so that helps out as well. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. You know where to find us every week right here on The Next Level Live. We'll see you soon.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out True Talk this coming Tuesday at 8 a.m. with Gary Alberg, where he talks about personal accountability and how important it is. Catch Gary also on next week's TNL, where he trains on how to resolve all leads, in-home, over the phone, and virtual. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out. We'll see you all next week.